Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's quick insights from Everest Group's BFS practice. I am Sakshi, and with me is Srawesh Subba, who is the practice director within the program. So let's jump right in. The big story that we are covering today is the integrated edge. Why the future of BFS outsourcing is holistic. What we are going to cover is how BFS enterprises are no longer looking at siloed service domains. Instead, they are demanding more end-to-end ownership of business processes, cutting across channels and organizational silos. So, Sarvesh, over to you. What do you think is driving this integration?
Thank you, Sakshi, for the warm introduction. As you rightly pointed out, right, the future of BFS outsourcing is holistic, and that is also what we are seeing in the market so far. The main question lies in terms of like how are enterprise actually looking at their business operations as of right now. The primary reasons that we have seen in financial services operation in some symptomatic basis as well as some of the demand basis, there are three main reasons what we have identified. One being enterprise looking into their OKRs in a very streamlined manner. Basically, all the objective and key results that are going to be there, they are going to be value streamed down. They are no longer going to be looking at it in a siloed way, but more of a integrated way in which all the KPIs as well as the OKRs or all the KRAs as well, they're going to be unified. So they're moving towards the same objective. So that is going to be the key primary driver in terms of why are we are seeing a holistic shift towards the requirement from the enterprise. Secondly, in terms of customer experience being a key demand, customer experience is no longer going to be just the forefront of front office requirement, but at the same time a very holistic requirement, and that is coming from a boardroom. The overall ask is how to increase the NPS as well as the CSAT score by decreasing all the operational metrics that are going into the picture, basically decreasing the average handling time or the turnaround time as much as possible. And lastly, where we are seeing this reflected is basically the fraud and risk and compliance operations, where we are seeing the requirement that has come from enterprise are to look for a provider who are able to provide front to back end office where they're able to seamlessly handle a customer requirement on overall fraud cases. So overall, that's the reason we are saying the holistic future of the banking financial outsourcing industry is going to be more holistic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So the next question becomes how are providers responding to this evolving enterprise need?
So that's an interesting question as well in terms of like how we see in the market and how it has turned out as well. We have seen the overall provider reaction to be a more three-pronged approach. Basically, we call it the ABC approach, where we are seeing the A being the AI infusion. As we know, there has been the fear in the industry that AI would be replacing a lot of jobs, but that is not the case. We are seeing AI being infused in day-to-day operations to bring in the scalability, efficiency, as well as the insights that might be missed out from a particular FTE. But at the same time, now the objective is to work randomly with the AI, so to bring in as maximum gains as possible. The second being the BPO reinvention. The BPO reinvention that is happening actually, it is no longer we are seeing a traditional BPO existing or at least going to be the future in the industry. The BPO is going to be more digital, more savvy. All the metrics like RPA as well as the reactive analytics is going to be more predictive, as well as a new tech levers like AI infusion, generative AI, agentic AI being utilized as well. And lastly, with the C being the consulting. All these providers and players have been sitting on a large domain knowledge for a lot of years. And what it has brought to them is to build on their expertise as well, so they can go and serve to this client not just very reactive, but a very proactive approach in giving them solutions to the market from driving their operations to as well as their implementations.
That's interesting. And to gauge this market, we also did an assessment recently, which was the experience-driven integrated BFS operations peak, wherein we featured both back office providers as well as front office providers. So while this area is still very nascent, what we are seeing is that technology is a big factor that's helping providers becoming more holistic. Back office providers are aggressively entering front office space using the technology muscle that they already have, such as conversational AI, digital onboarding, embedded analytics, etc. And what they're doing is they're leveraging their existing relationship with clients and trying to increase their wallet share by increasing the scope of work. So, for example, say a provider was giving a back office services to an enterprise, and eventually they started showcasing their technology abilities, what they can do at the front office as well. And later on, gradually, they took over the front office transformation as well, increasing the wallet share from the existing same clients. So this is what is working for back office providers. But on the flip side, what's happening on front office side is that they are definitely at risk with coming with the emergence of AI, generative AI. There's already a reduction in some of the work that these providers were doing, and the competition is now not just from front office providers but also from the back office providers. So what we think is that there is an opportunity for front office providers to be more holistic, and some of the providers have actually started doing that. They are leveraging their digital capabilities to get a foot in the door in the back office operations, especially for some of the LOBs such as lending, servicing, fraud automation, KYC, onboarding, etc. And what we think is this is a wake up call for providers to move fast in this area and show more end to end holistic capabilities. We do believe there are few pockets of opportunity for front office providers to tap into. The number one would be repositioning your brand and messaging. Not just showcase yourself as a CX vendor, but as a holistic BFS process partner. The second is investing in adjacencies like risk, fraud, and collections, powered by the same tech stack that you have been using for CX, say AI or orchestration analytics. And third is designing GTM and offerings around business value journeys, not just SLAs or NPS. So think of it this way. Instead of saying we do customer support in banking, say we help banks manage the full onboarding to servicing to collections lifecycle for lending in so and so geography. That is a business process specialization story and not a functional geography, horizontal or vertical one. So that is the opportunity that exists for front office providers according to us. Yeah.
All of the, Sakshi, I think what you mentioned was very interesting use cases as well as the examples that you had given. And it had been a great find in terms of the overall integrated banking and financial services peak, right? And I think we are going to look more in future, like, how are these services going to evolve? And to all the viewers, we'd like to, call out for we are going to do a webinar soon in terms of redefining value articulation in the AI era for the banking and financial services industries. So please keep a lookout for that. Till then, thank you for viewing with us.